Welcome to my channel, and thank you for clicking that play button and coming here to visit and to say hi. I am Healing Hands. I hope you're doing well. I know it was a very tough year this past year. This reading is going to be for the 2021 general, or should I say overall energy for your life path number. I'm going to try to pick up the most powerful energy for your collective, collective energy for your life path number. So this reading, like I said, is a general energy. It doesn't have to resonate with you, but it may if if you have an open mind and you're willing to receive that message, because I feel like when you're guided to this video is when it's meant to resonate for you. So it doesn't have to be only 2021. So basically, when you get to this video, consider a year from when you click on this video. Like whenever I say past year, so in 2020, consider it the previous year. All right, from the day that you're watching the video. And when I say 2021, consider it the year starting from the end of the month of when you're watching this. Okay, consider it a new year. All right, in your energy, because energy changes, frequency changes, vibration changes. Nothing is permanent. Okay, as soon as I was coming back here, your card, they kicked it from my hand, like boom, and it fell on the ground. And I was asked not to do number one. I was told number three. So I went and I picked the one. I replaced it with number three, and I sat down here and I put three here, and I did the reading for number three. And the reading, surprisingly, did not even require a lot. It was like so intense and so deep. They had more of messages coming across to them than the tarot, the energy, coming across than the tarot reading or whatever. But as soon as I said, okay, I finished that, and I'm like, okay, let me go do number one. Spirit was like, you can do number one now. So I went to pick up your card to do your reading. As soon as I put this here, I started feeling like this energy of competition. Like I heard, oh, they stole our message. You know what I mean? Like in my ear, it was like as if life path number three had stolen your own message. So I just smiled, I chuckled, I'm like, oh my God, wow. So I started feeling that energy of competition, like there's some competition that you feel you're in with something or somebody, or a group of people, and as if somebody stole your blessings or your prize, something that you feel belongs to you. So it looked like number one feeling like, oh my God, number three just stole our reading. That was a fantastic reading they had. They just stole it, as if I had read for you, it would be the same reading. So basically, if you are not accomplishing as you should, your latent abilities are still obvious, and you can disappoint yourself and other people. And when you do not live up to up to them, just remember that number two, you can respond to cooperation, empathy, and helpfulness, not competition, not aggression or indifference. Your special awareness and talent are accompanied by an electromagnetic field of stress, which is hard to hide. All right? Nobody can steal anything that is meant to be yours. That message wanted to come out so badly for somebody. Like nobody can steal what's meant to be yours. Okay? So the electricity comes from, your highly active mind. When the magnetism comes from your intense, and the magnetism comes from your intense sensitivity. So rather than attempt to subdue these aspects, why don't you strive to maintain a balance between your mental and emotional forces? That's the dark, the dark and light side of you, the masculine and the feminine energy within you. Accept that stress is a natural part of life, and seek ways to reduce its physical, mental, and emotional impact in your life. You are so aware, you're capable, you're precise, and you get so frustrated when you cannot put the various pieces together. All right? And that can be difficult to be around. People might find you difficult to be around sometimes because you're like, I'm struggling. If it doesn't make sense to you, it becomes an issue. So, you have to learn how to be patient with yourself and the progress that you're making with regards to different situations that will be presenting themselves to you in your life path number one. All right. So anyway, life path number one, you guys are awesome. I love you guys. We're gonna dive into your reading right now. I don't know why we had to get those messages out. All right. But Spirit just wanted to let you know nobody can steal what's yours. Nobody can steal your message. Your message will still come out, in the best possible way. All right. So there's something about peace. There's something about maybe you want peace in a situation, or for you to seek peace in a situation. All right. And I just heard now, not compromise. I was thinking peace and compromise. Isn't peace supposed to be compromise? But I just heard like not compromise. So you're not meant to compromise a situation, but you're meant to seek peace. I don't understand it. Life part number 2 is the 1 and the 2 is like the two aspects. What's going on in the light and the dark? How can you achieve the balance? So I guess you will have to figure out the middle of how you can achieve both. How is it possible not to compromise and then maintain peace? But Spirit is saying maintain peace in the coming year. All right, for this reading, for this specific reading, if for those who are watching it, as soon as I am in the year when I release it newly, it's for 2021. But like I always say, when you get to this reading is when it's meant to resonate for you. So take it as a reading from a year from when you see in the video, okay? But there's something here that talks about tree, and what I'm seeing is the tree of life. I see a lot of green in your reading. Green everywhere. Isn't that beautiful? Green is a color of growth. It's a color of stability, calmness, groundedness. What a beautiful energy. It's a color of love too. All right? Of romance, sex, loyalty, relationship. So there's something about peace in your relationship. All right? With regards to everything I just mentioned. And seeking peace without compromising. Wow. All right. There's something about infinite abundance in your energy this coming year. Life path number 1. You're fully supported as you devote yourself to your divine life purpose. So some of you will be discovering and see that's a lot of green again, It's bounty here, bountiful, all fruits, abundance, happiness. So you have all this potential inside of you. For all this beautiful creativity. You have it inside. Life path number 1. Because your life path number is all about creation, all about starting something. You have the seeds inside you to pull one at a time and be like, oh, okay, let's try this today. You can think anything up. You're a 1, you're a beginner, you're the ace. Your number is a number of willpower. You have willpower like nobody else. So always use that. This year you will be using that to attain your infinite abundance, your abundance. Basically, I see things moving, in a good way, in good direction for you. I see success in your ability to make money too. And here they're telling you you're fully supported as you devote yourself to your divine life purpose, for you to discover what that life purpose is for you this year. You need to figure that out. I don't know, it would be different for everybody. But this is the orange tree. Another reference to a tree, all about growth, nurturing, abundance. When you have a tree, they're showing me a shade where people are sitting. Some are eating, some are playing games, some are just, they're showing me some kind of, collaboration under a tree. I don't know what that is. But tree here in this deck, references earth. Okay? It references earth. And here is the Knights of Pentacles. Okay, so earth sign could be, I think, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. All right, and it's all about desire for passion, and desire to be grounded, and desire to have something stable and something real in somebody's life. All right, but here it also references Leo and Virgo specifically. So some of you might be any of the signs I mentioned. So Virgo has been mentioned here twice. So you might be Virgo, or the person you're dealing with a Virgo, or you might have a very strong placement of Virgo in your chart, which maybe the planetary position at the moment will be influencing that and triggering, wounds around your relationship to be highlighted for you to heal them this year. There'll be a strong focus on your relationship, basically, is what I'm also hearing. And there's something here that says rock, water. So I don't know what rock and water can, has to do with anything. But I just wanted to throw that out in case it made any sense or it would make any sense to you, life path number 1. And I don't know why I felt the need to be saying, I don't know if I even called you life path number 4. I don't know why your energy keeps trying to come out as in life path number 4 for you. I don't know. Life path number 1. If I've mentioned 4 several times, I apologize. I have no idea what I'm saying. I just know I'm speaking as I'm being led. The words, they put it in my mouth to say. So, there's something here talking about spiritual career. So there's a second reference to you doing, going after your divine life purpose. Whatever that means for you, for each and every one of you. I don't know what that is. So I guess you will have it to be also a journey of discovery this year. For you to figure out all those areas, spiritual, gifts that God have put inside you so you can know how to activate and start using them for your own good and for the benefit of everybody too. But there's something inside of you that has the ability to make money, and there's also something that's a spiritual career. Some of you might decide, figure out a way to go, maybe learn more about spirituality. You don't need to go to school to go and be a priest or something, or a pastor, or an imam, or a monk, all right? But you can learn about it. You can go online and start doing your research, learning maybe astrology if your mind is open like that. If not, I don't know what to tell you. Some of you still be swirling in religion. Okay, I'm not gonna go there. But I hope by you watching this video, you're probably a little open-minded to a point where you can do your own research. You're thinking for yourself, and that's why you're here. If you were not thinking and using your brain and asking questions about, is this even right? Does this make sense? Is there more truth out there? Do I need to be hearing the other perspective? Maybe some of you need to look at some other perspective in your life. But there's something here about round and round. So there's something telling you seek peace. I don't know why I felt the need to pull this deck a second time. And in a situation that you've been going round and round and round and round, it's like, oh, my head is spinning, it's round and round. I get swelling with somebody or something. It's like round and round. Why? Seek peace without seeking compromise. I don't understand it. Maybe you're meant to be like, whatever, I'm out. Or, look for a peace, ask yourself, what is the most peaceful resolution to this matter? So it's not like, so what I'm getting now is like it's not saying don't compromise, okay? It's not saying don't compromise. Spirit is telling me now, it's not saying don't compromise. What it's saying is look for the peaceful resolution, the most peaceful part of whatever it is, and go towards that. If you ask yourself, ask your spirit guide, you will know this is the path of peace for me in this situation. So approach that path of peace. All right, rather than feel like, a path of compromise. Let me do this. You can make peace and still compromise, but in your heart, it's a place of peace for you. So it doesn't look like a compromise. It's no longer a compromise. Because if it's peaceful, then you're not compromising. Isn't that it? Yeah. If it's peaceful, you're not compromising. A situation that may be going round and round and round, you can choose to, end it, or you can choose to keep swirling around in it. The choice is always totally up to you, whatever you want to do in whatever situation. All right. So there's another card here that says the goddess of the moon. So the moon cycle might be important for some of you. Some of you might be getting the intuition. Some of you might be, opening your third eye this year and seeing more than you've been seeing the previous years. Getting a lot of downloads, basically. Some of you, if you've been forgetting your dreams, you will be remembering it a lot in the coming year. When, it's like I will be communicating it to you because it's time for you to make a move forward. It's time for you to do the next thing, take the next step. It's time for you to do something with what you have. Instead of going round and round, they said, take this, okay? So I'm taking it. It's like instead of going round and round and round and round, it's time for you to do something. But we will be telling you and showing it to you. You will know because we will give you that intuition, okay? That intuition for you to get to where you will be able to make a decision. And if you like, what I'm hearing now, if you like, don't make a change through, for another year. It's up to you which direction you want to go. Sometimes we're meant to be strong rather than weak. And getting to peace requires strength because it will involve a lot of decisions that may be hard, but at the end of the day, it's peaceful. You know you made the right choice. And whatever the decision is or situation is, you know exactly where the place of peace is for you in that situation. So go towards that place of peace and remove anything you're holding from the past, and just move into a fresh energy of I'm in a place of peace because I'm good with this now, where I'm at, where I've now chosen. All right? I'm no longer compromising. I'm at a place of peace. So this is the 10 of summer, and it says an emotional, fulfilling life with family or friends, raising children wisely, people you can trust. So some of you, whatever this is, might also involve children, or taking the next step towards children, or ascending to the next level. Or some of you may also find yourself celebrating with your family and friends, rekindling past relationships. All right, attracting new, source of energy, new people into your circle. I always say, our reality is just that group of people that we know. Our soul tribe are just the people that are in our life. Those are who we know. You don't know anything happening in Russia or Uzbekistan. You don't know anybody there. You don't know what's going on there. I'm just saying. Probably don't know anything going on in South Africa either, because you're not there. You're not in that circle. You're only in your own familiar circle. All right, and that's where you're needing to focus. This deck wanna be shuffled so bad. What's going on? So why do you want to be shuffled? Is there a message here? Okay, boom. There you go. Let's see what this message is. It needed to come out so bad. Knight of Sword. Some of you, okay, wow. I was gonna tell you guys in the beginning of this reading. Part of the energy that came across before I started your reading was speak your truth. Because when I wanted to start your reading, my throat suddenly went dry. And I said, oh my God. I'm like, okay. So the throat it's even dry now as I'm speaking. So I have to drink some water. So my throat, it went dry a couple times. So I drank some water. And I was like, holy crap, what is this? Okay, so the message was like, oh, okay, they need to speak their truth. So you're needing to speak your truth in whatever situation you find yourself, at your job, in your relationship with people, your business relationship. Speak your truth. And them whose ox is God, is what I'm hearing. Them whose ox is God. Speak your truth and stand in it. And that's why they flipped this card for me. Okay? This is the Knight of Swords here. And the Knight of Swords is like the truth. I don't care whose ox is God. I mean, I'll strike you down. I don't care who you are. All I want to do is speak my truth. And my truth matters to me. And that's what we're going to hear. So some of you are needing to seek a place of peace. Damn the consequence and speaking your truth. See, I forgot that message, and Spirit wanted to get it out so badly because I think it's meant for some of you. So, it's meant for some of you about speaking your truth. That message, it wants to come out. The sword energy is all about intellect. It's also telling you be smart in that decision that you're going to make. Honestly, sit down and ask yourself the place of peace. Don't go make a rash decision and say, hitting her hand, said, do this. No. All right? And Spirit is trying to call that out. So don't go making a rash decision and saying, I didn't say anything. But, this also signifies deliberate cruelty. Somebody who's doing something deliberately, to be cruel to somebody. And somebody needing to speak the truth. And damn the consequence of whatever the truth is. It's opening up and being as brutal as possible, but in a very good way. Not in a way to cause chaos, but to bring about peace. So if in the past you've been communicating, because the sword energy is also about communication. If you've been communicating in a way that has been causing some kind of chaos, you're meant to find a place of peace. Communicate in a way, in a peaceful way, in a way that will bring that energy of peace and calmness and clarity. So no more past energy of trying to give hardcore communication and causing strife in your environment or relationship or in your situation. Instead, communicate in a very logical manner, in a very smart, intellectual manner. Okay? Also, in a manner in which you're not just being brutally honest, but you are being emotional. Because the sword energy is also saying that, you don't have to be brutal. You already may have the capability for this intellectual, mental decision, but then where is the emotional side of it? So you're meant to have a heart. Don't cut too deep. For some people, for some of you, when you're cutting, even though you're this, powerful, sharp tongue, soft spoken, boom, and direct person, you don't want to also cut and kill that person. Is what you don't want to kill the person. Part number one, you want to get your message across without disintegrating that person. Is what I'm hearing. Disintegrating. Holy crap. Wow. That is crazy. Your reading is unbelievable. Life path number one. All right. Let's see what else needs to be said to you guys. All right. There is an energy here that says your hard work is paying off. What did I say about achieving success this year? About some of you that have started doing the work, planting the seed. Or some of you that have gotten to the point of watering the seed. You may plant, but have you watered? You need to water it for it to grow. So it says a new moon in Capricorn. So the new moon in Capricorn might mean something for you. The season of Capricorn, I guess. Or it maybe the past, past moon in Capricorn. Past Capricorn. I don't know when that time frame is for those people who are Capricorn. So you can go Google Capricorn, what month, what year. All right, and get that maybe something happened during that time frame that this might be referenced to, or you may need to also apply this to, or if not, something may be happening next new moon in Capricorn, or you may be dealing with somebody who is a Capricorn, who knows, or you may be a Capricorn or have it in your chart. Like I always say, everybody has a piece of all these signs in their chart. You just may not have some, okay, or you may not have. Some might be more prominent than others. So some might be in 2-3 different house placements, and some may not be anywhere. You might carry the energy, the heavy energy of a Capricorn. Okay? And Capricorn isn't it all about status and hard work, and there's a light being shown on your hard work or your ability to work hard, or saying work harder or work hard, or the hard work you've done will lead to the second step. I'm hearing a leg up will lead you to the next phase. And why we said something about take the leap of faith and move on to the next phase. Let's see what else. Life path number one. Here it says understanding. So understanding and compromise, all right, and peace. How do you have to come to an understanding in order to achieve peace, or no compromise, or no compromise. So some of you also may be understanding something this year. Maybe a newfound level of understanding or type of understanding with regards to a situation, or a soulmate situation, or people in your life, a business. More light will be shed to this thing. Now, life path number one. So this other card says bully, and the light's attribute says it highlights your tendency to intimidate others, help you confront the inner fears that bully you. So I was going to say this in the beginning also. Spirit just keeps confirming what I was meant to say that I forgot to say or did not want to say. Maybe I intentionally left that out. All right. That your energy also, when you're communicating, is what I was talking about. I just didn't want to say that. But now they're bringing it out for me, which is communicating in such a way that you might come across as being intimidating to people. All right. And, Spirit is calling that out. So your communication, like I said, it doesn't have to kill the person. It doesn't have to kill them. I mean, you can hit the point, the target, in a very subtle, quiet, romantic way. I cook for you. I set up a table, honey, pie. You sit down. I love you. Oh, but you know what? Here is how we're gonna do this, baby. If we don't do this, your ass is fried, toast. In a subtle way. I'm going to give you wine. I'm going to speak my mind. I'm going to walk away. Or I'm going to do me. Or something. In whatever this relationship or situation is for you. Now, I was going to share with you guys, life path number one, that, you had that message about maybe trying to manifest, or your power of manifestation, or, being able to, something maybe that you've started working on to finally come into fruition. Right? So, which means, I just wanted to briefly touch on how you can manifest, because some of you may have been struggling to, like, and I know some of you know how, I mean, you pray, of course, you all do some meditation or whatever. There's a belief or a way that you feel like you need to communicate with whatever God you're worshiping. All right, because I always say the spirit is one. I don't know any other God. I know the spirit, and I know the one true God. That's all. The one source, and that's all I know, and that's where my energy comes from. It doesn't come from anywhere else. Life path number 1. Okay, so the law of, how you manifest, some of you are using just one law, the law of attraction, and that's it. Forgetting that we have 12 universal laws. You have the law of divine oneness, which is when your mind, you have to be aligned in these 12 laws in order for them to all work together. And they're all interconnected. All right, so the law of divine oneness talks about everything is connected, even these universal laws. It all has to blend and work together. The second one is the law of vibration. And what it says is everything has its unique vibrational frequency. And you have to vibrate, people who are not, people who are unique in their vibration, and there's no way you can relate with people who are low or, higher. So you always operate on your own frequency. So everything has its unique frequency. You're in a relationship. If you notice that your frequency is higher than somebody, they're trying to bring you down by causing this depression or causing you sickness or causing you stuff because they can't rise up to, where you are mentally or vibrationally. What do? Do you now bring yourself low? Or are they willing to pull themselves up because it's free will? You can't pull anybody up if they don't want to be. All right. Also, you have the law of attraction, which is what most people just focus on. And what law of attraction is saying, what you put out is what you get. What is like unto itself is drawn. Then you have the fourth one, which is the law of correspondence, which says, as above, so below. As it is in heaven, let it be on earth. Or so it is on earth. You can make it on earth. You can manifest it on earth the way it is above. All right, even though some people like to say, oh, that's a cultic term, as above. Is it the same thing in the Bible? Okay. I'm just saying. Spirit was the one that told me that someday I was sitting, I was like, whoa, really? I'm like, I didn't even know that. Okay. The fifth one is the law of action, which talks about manifestation requiring aligned action. If you're trying to manifest a situation and you're doing the same thing over and over, aren't you running round and round and round and round the circle? How are you going to manifest anything? Your actions have to align with what you're trying to manifest. Without alignment, there's no manifestation. Okay? The sixth one is the law of cause and effect, which is karma, basically. And what it says is every action has a consequence. You're nice to people, well, it will come back to you one way. You're horrible to people, it will come back to you one way. All right? You put out good energy, you get good energy back. You put out nastiness, that's what you're going to get. You don't get it now, it will happen at some point because it goes full circle. Trust me. And the universe will give everybody the opportunity to keep changing. Pending the time the karma will come. Realize you made a mistake. Realize you hurt somebody. Realize you cheated somebody. Realize you did this. And if you're not, boom, it will come one day. It will. Trust me. If it doesn't come to you, it will spill over. Some people will come in and it will be like the karma is on their children. No, it's not on your children. Their children earn their own karma. All right? But your next lifetime, you will still have to deal with this karma. It will come back to you full circle. Trust. All right. And the next one is the law of compensation, which says you are rewarded for the right action. You take the right action vibrationally, you get the right result or the right reward. All right. So there is a law of perpetual transmutation of energy as well. And what it's simply saying is energy is always moving and is always changing. So you can vibrate high today, low. What are you attracting when you're low? You attract what's on your same frequency. If you're low vibe, you'll be attracting that. So you being up here and people are here. You have to be here to attract them, and you're trying to get here. If you were here, you're coming down here to attract them, because you have to vibrate on that same frequency. There's also the law of relativity, which says everything is relative. It's all relative. And then the law of polarity, which talks about there are two sides to everything. You have to balance it, and you have to view from both perspectives. You cannot be rigid in your mind and you want to use the law of attraction to attract. I don't know what you're trying to attract. Okay? So you have to see the two sides of everything. And be in the middle and realize everything, we're all one. And, remove, your emotion from logic and logic from emotion when you need to. And know when to balance both when you need to. There's also the law of rhythm, which says nothing is permanent. Nothing is permanent. Nothing is as it seems, is what I'm also hearing for you guys. Nothing is always as it seems or seem. All right? So nothing is permanent. That's the law of rhythm. Then the next law, the 12th law, will be the law of gender. And you all have heard the term yin yang. So, it just says manifestation requires a balance of both energy, the light and the dark. We've already talked about, there are two sides of everything and seeing and be balanced. That's why I said this whole universal law, the 12 of them, they're all intertwined. And if one is out of balance, out of place, and not being utilized, the rest, how do you want them to all align if they're all intertwined? So, in order for you to manifest, you have to understand how to manifest. And when you understand it, that's when you begin to manifest. When you watch this video now, you're like, wow, okay, I didn't know that. You just learned something new, right? So please click the like. Please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Life path number 1. My throat is so dry. It's unbelievable. Speak your mind and your truth. My God. Oh my goodness. All right. So somebody or a group of you are needing to speak your truth, right? Guys, okay. With that said, I would like to close your reading now because I think maybe we've gone too far or too long. I mean, there's a lot more they are throwing at me, guys. Oh, unbelievable. And I'm thinking maybe I need to start doing some kind of extended reading. Look at that. Why am I pulling another deck? Another tarot card. There's something about music. Maybe you love music. All right. Maybe you need to start listening to music. Relaxation music. I don't know. Something about music here. Part number 1. This is a very interesting reading for you guys. It's unbelievable. All right? It really is. I hope you get your message. Please remember to subscribe. Help me build to 1,000 subscribers, or we can do a free giveaway. And then, guys, once we can start, get to 1,000, I probably can start doing live video. Because the other day, Spirit was leading to do live video. And I'm like, I can do live video. We get to 1,000, subscriber to do a live video. I actually got on because I was getting all these messages thrown out. And I don't even know. I don't know the people that these messages were coming for. And I was like, oh my God, who is this for? So I was like, okay, go online. I was like, and I'm like, I can't. I wish I could so I could at least do some free readings for some of you. All right, at least to start and exchange my energy with you all. But there's something here about music. So let's close this out finally. Thank you, Holy Spirit. All right, they popped out your card. It says guarded and protected. So you're being guided. Spirit has your back. The prayer says, thank you for protecting my loved ones and me, ensuring that we're safe and that all of our needs are met. I now accept your help gratefully and gracefully, knowing that it's right for me and all others to accept heavenly assistance. Some of you should accept whatever help around you, help that people are trying to give to you, help that your spirit guides are trying to give to you. They're trying to reach you. That we had that quick whatever of the moon, the Queen of the Moon or something card, didn't we? Oh, am I reading? Is this for another? Was it for another life path? Oh, okay. Goddess of the Moon, right? Okay, let me quickly look at your synchronicity. Your video is going to obviously be long. So you have a 7, which is the number of analysis and understanding. You have a 5, which is the number of, constructive freedom, which is freedom where you're seeking peace in your situation. It's also a number of change, versatility, exploration, adaptability. All right? It's so you have a 5 and a 7, and then you have a 15, which is equal to a 6. And 6 is all about balance. What have we been talking about? Balance. It's also a number of love and care and protection. And now, they said you're protected and guarded. So, this is a number of protection. It's a community-oriented number as well. It's a number for love, harmony, and relationship. And you have a 5. And 5, like I just told you guys what 5 means. All right, so it looks like you guys have 2 5s. And then you have a 7. So you have 2 5s, 2 7s. You have a 10, which is a 1. A 7. So you have 3 7s. Another 5. So you have 3 5s. So 5 5 5 7 7 7. That's your angel number. Okay? Go Google it and see if you have any messages in there for your life path. Go on Google and type in, 555 angel number and 777 angel number. I don't think any other life path reading so far that I've done a reading for got that message. I don't think so. But what 555 normally talks about is that, the angels want you to be ready to embrace the change in your search for truth and authenticity. And this is a number of opportunity and telling you you're being guided to follow your intuition more closely. It also talks about the change occurring, and that the universe is moving things around, for you in the right direction. Always got your back. All right. It also says, let go of the things that no longer serve you to make room for massive change. Exciting new journey ahead. So 777, on the other hand, it just says you are in perfect alignment and ready to receive, and to keep your eye out for universal offerings and opportunities that seem to appear out of nowhere. Okay, because they have been sent to you for a reason. Don't ignore them. Don't miss out on them. It also says release your fears. Let go of control. Find your inner strength. And be strong at heart. And for you to look forward to the future with excitement. It also talks about, an adventure that arises from deep wisdom, trust of life, and trust of self. Some of you have to get to that point where you do trust your decision making, your ability to, to grow, or to make a decision, or to be okay. And 777 also tells you major spiritual shifts are about to take place in your life. And it's associated with empathy, sensitivity, perception, internal analysis. All right, life path number 1, it's been awesome. I feel like my spirit just said okay, now you made up for, giving our message to number 3. Wow, really? Is that what this is all about? Okay, I had to make the reading longer than necessary, or longer than needed, just to compensate. Wow. So life path number 1, I think you are going to get your compensation this year. Some of you that are feeling that so your gift was stolen, something was stolen from you, will get some kind of compensation, all right, for that. It might not be the full thing, but you know what compensation talks about, it's all about. You're getting something commensurate to your suffering or what you went through. Something that is supposed to balance that whole dynamic in your life, the equation. All right, life path number 1. Thank you all so much. This is Healing Hands. I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a fantastic 2021 and beyond, okay? Bye.